In order to grow your business, you have to market yourself effectively. Stay tuned. I have 4 tips for you that are going to help you take your business and brand to the next level. Hey love, welcome to Crystal Clear Hope, the #1 lifestyle channel where you can get motivation, home DIYs, and health and beauty tips all in one place. Marketing yourself is essential, and there are 2 major pitfalls that I see people go through when they're trying to self-promote themselves. The first one is going to be that you don't feel confident doing it, or you may feel like you're going to come across arrogant as doing it, so it just feels uncomfortable. Another common pitfall that I see is that people market themselves incorrectly, and so it's just as important that if you are marketing yourself that you're doing it correctly. So with these 4 tips that I have today, they're going to help you overcome both of those pitfalls so that you can drive more engagement to your business, to your brand, thus leading to greater revenue. Now, the first thing you want to do is have an elevator pitch. It is an oldie but a goodie, but it is tried and true, and you're going to need it. So to go along with that elevator pitch, you are going to ask open-ended questions. You need to be able to converse in any given situation. So if the conversation goes further than that elevator pitch, you need to be able to carry on a conversation and have that flow going smoothly. Step number 2, or tip number 2 that we're going to look at, is separation of church and state. What that means is when you are doing your marketing on social media, you need to separate personal from business. So if you want to have personal social media, which is perfectly fine, have those personal pages, but then you need to have pages that are consistent, that are totally dedicated to your business. That's it. Along with your business pages, you need to make sure that they are all cohesive. First off, starting with the name. Whatever social media platforms you're going to use, if you have your own domain name, it is so much easier if you try to keep all of the names the same. That way, if you're talking to somebody and they're like, how can I find you? So if you ask how you can find me on social media, Crystal Clear Hope, it's the same. In addition to being cohesive with your name, you need to be cohesive with what your page is about and your picture. So the picture doesn't necessarily have to be the same, but you shouldn't have one picture where you're in a business suit, one picture where you're in a bikini, one picture where some clippers. Like, it needs to be cohesive across the board so that people can tell that it belongs to the same brand. What you do, your bio, your about information, even though it's different on social media platforms, what they call it and the characters that are allowed, it still needs to have that same cohesive message. So for tip number 3, it is about consistency. You want to be consistent in marketing your business, whether, for instance, social media. Certain social media platforms, users want to see more posts versus others. So you want to choose your social media platforms based on your target market and your audience. Don't try to cover everything. You're going to stretch yourself too thin. So instead of being a jack of all trades, figure out what is going to be best for your business. That way you can focus your time and attention on those platforms. And then you want to post in a method that is consistent of what that audience is going to want on those social media platforms. Now, we have 1 tip left, but before I get into that last tip, I just want to kind of let you know what MidDay Motivation is all about. It's meant to just give you a quick tip, 5 minutes or less, to help you stay motivated so that you can learn to walk in your purpose with purpose, on purpose, or continue to do it if you're already doing it. So for that reason, I'm just giving you a quick overview of these 4 tips today, but I do plan on doing shorts of each one that will allow me to go more in depth of what they entail. So if you have not already subscribed, I'm tongue-tied, people. If you have not already subscribed, then you definitely want to make sure that you do that, as well as click that bell. That way you'll get a notification when I post those videos, and you can get more detailed information on what these tips are going to entail for your business. The final tip is you are going to sell yourself like it is your job. We already discussed how it can be uncomfortable to self-promote, but if this was your job and your paycheck depended on it, I promise you will be a whole lot more likely to step outside of that comfort zone. So be willing to step outside of your comfort zone and work just as hard for you as you work for your employers. So those are our 4 tips. Let me know in the comments below which tip you are most interested in learning more about, and I'll do a MidDay Motivation that is dedicated solely to that tip. Also, if you want to get more than just videos, if you want to get more motivational tips, business tips and practices and things like that, then make sure you are following me on social media. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Crystal Clear Hope. And if you're struggling with your confidence, if you don't know how to ask for what it is that you want and to be bold, I've got you covered. The video in the card below is going to help you learn how to ask for what it is that you want and do so with confidence. I am Hope Knows. This has been your Midday Motivation, and I will see you the next time. Bye.